Everybody doing? This is Clifton Raheem Bradley. I am doing a test with my microphone to see what it sounds like. And also I'm gonna do something with the picture. I'm gonna turn the light on to see what type of difference that it makes because I'm gonna start doing more interviews using this particular platform. And any type of feedback somebody can give me about the sound, I anything they think that I can do to improve the picture or the quality or something like that, please let me know. But I am in the United States. I'm in Chicago, Illinois, and all this is right now. This is a test to make sure that the sound levels are okay. That's what I'm trying to do. Last time I did something in the sound, it wasn't up to par, and I tried to strive to make better shows. So I want to thank you. And any type of feedback you can give me, any type of suggestions, ideas, constructive criticisms that you can give me, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thank you very much. I'm going to end this. I'm going to end this right now. Hey, guy says hello. How you doing, brother? You know, you send me you know what you had. I think it was you or brother Leonard. Y'all sent me a message saying that the sound was not up to par. I'm trying to see if it sounds any better than what I did. So if you could just send me a little message, send me a message in the chat room, um, send me a message, telling me that it sounds good, it sounds bad. Should I have more light or something like that? Because I'm going to start doing more shows on this particular platform. So brother, so if you can send that message, is the sound good? Okay, you can hear me clearly. Good. That's good. Okay. Does it need to be a little more light in the background? That's all I'm working with. But it sounds good. Who knows, brother? I love to have you on as a guest on the show one day where we could set up a show talking about what is going on globally and to get your perspective and get your opinions and your views about things. I'll put I put my telephone number up there where you can leave me a message. And let me see, one, two. I'm putting it up right now, and it's like an answering service. And you know what? I will get back with you. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have brother David come on. Oh, okay, well you got yeah. Well, let's do something to have me on your show. Okay, so for come on, let's set up something. And you know what? Let's collaborate. You know, because you know what? It's all about sharing. You know, it's about working to try to enlighten people. And I'm not one of them brothers where I'm in competition with you. I'm not in competition with anybody, man. All I'm trying to do is what's pleasing to Allah by disseminating information that would help people. But I don't feel that there's good times coming for America because that's what I that's something that I have not been taught because of my little knowledge of Islam, believing and understanding that man has deviated from the path of God, knowing that Islamic mosques are being watched, knowing that when I can go to Mosque al-Farooq in Chicago, they take pictures of people going inside of the mosque sometimes, and Mosque al-Faatir in Chicago. Cars are parked around there, surveillance is being done. But the thing is, if you're not doing anything against the law, it doesn't make any difference anyway. You know, like there was even a fire at Mosque al-Farooq in Chicago on 89th and Stony Island. And some of the brothers always wondered, was the NSA involved in it? And I know that's a conspiracy theory, but the NSA, FBI, and Homeland Security, all these people, they are their surveillance done on Muslims. They're prey 5 times a day. But I want to say thank you to Joe Biden, you know what, for pulling out of Afghanistan and allowing more Muslims to come in the United States of America. And I clap for him. So I'm not really, I don't, because of that, I don't really see President Joe Biden. I don't see him as an enemy of Islam. I don't see that. Because the very thing that he did in Afghanistan, it was the right move to make. It was the right move. So, not too much into politics, but all I'm doing is, you know what, I take my kufi off to him. Okay? And President Joe Biden, I feel, you know what, though they criticize him and all that, he's doing what he can, but he's fighting against a whole lot of enemies. But like I say, he is to be commended. I'm only pointing out one thing that he did. Okay, like I say, pulling the troops from Afghanistan. Then the Taliban takes back over Afghanistan. And the Taliban did everything they could to stop opium from coming out of the country, which is used to produce cocaine. Okay. So that was about Allah's will. And the other thing that was about Allah's will is that there will be many, many, many more Muslims coming to the United States of America. Okay. And I perceive that it's good. But again, people that they think I'm saying something wrong, these are people that pray 5 times a day. These people that abstain from pork, abstain from gambling. And we're not going to sit up here and be foolish and say 100% of the Muslims. But the thing is, the Muslims that are coming from Afghanistan, they're bringing their culture, and they're bringing their religion, and they're bringing their deen of Islam to the United States of America. That can, you know what, that should be embraced, because it's a possibility. Only Allah knows that it could change the very fabric of the United States of America and make it a better country. So Joe Biden, he's all right. Again, I'm only talking about that particular subject matter in the infrastructure program that he's trying to institute. He's all right, as far as I'm concerned. You know, because of what he would, like I said, I'm going off what he did in Afghanistan. I know other things that he did, but I cannot point out anything negative that he has done, and Fox Television is just making attack after attack on him. But you know what? I always think Fox Television, is it fake news? It's not fake news. I believe that Fox Television is our alternative to people that have different points of view, which I don't agree with it. But I look at um, on YouTube, I look at Tucker Carlson, which I think he's just outrageous, man. And Hamilton, I remember Hamilton. I remember he did an interview with Dr. Khalid Muhammad of the formerly of the Nation of Islam, and you know what? He just made Hamilton look like a bumbling fool, as far as I'm concerned. You know, and Anjem Chowdhury, who has an organization called who used to be head of an organization that was for UK, for Islam. Mr. Hamilton always cut him off and tried to make him look like a fool. I think they jailed Anjem Chowdhury, but I think he's out of jail. But he's there. They're based in England. But it's just interesting, man. You know what, brother? Hey, you say I'm saying the truth? No, brother, we're both saying the truth. But I'm not. You know what? I'm not about trying to do anything that is negative in terms of being around groups that want to do physical damage to the United States of America and all that, because it's not even about that. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. You know, I have done some videos, and I can see that there's certain media that attacks Islam. And I did a video on the COINTELPRO with brother Abu Bakr that's in Chicago. And we're talking about, again, mosques being infiltrated, imams being trained to cause disruption, spies planting microphones, cameras the size of a microdot inside of Islamic masjids. And if we know that there are these masjids that have huge numbers, some numbers in Chicago, they are being watched by organizations like the NSA, CIA, FBI, even to the point of where sometimes they take photographs of people when they walk inside the Islamic masjid. And thing is, if we don't do anything against the law, it don't make no difference anyway. You know? Yes, Salah. And thing is, I should have took that telephone call because I didn't put my telephone number up. But these things are going on in America. But I would say one thing about the imam where I go at it, Masjid al-Faatir, he has given a stern warning to anybody. You will not be allowed to take any pictures inside of the masjid. You will not be able to record anything on 47th of Woodlawn, Masjid al-Faatir. And you will be escorted out of the mosque. Anything that you publicly put up about the mosque inside of the mosque with the filming, you will be sued. And you know what? I commend him for that. I commend him for that leadership. I commend him for that. You know, his name is Brother Omar. That is my imam, but in Chicago, 47th in Woodlawn, but sometimes I go to mosque to the al-farooq on 89th and Stony Island in Chicago. And Manion, I think that's on 37th and Calumet, but I forgot the address. But like I said, the imams are the imams are well aware that they are being watched and that they are being monitored. But the thing is, if you don't do nothing against the law, it don't make no difference anyway. I wasn't really attending on this to be long. Wasn't really attending on this to be long. But I don't know, because originally this just started out just to be a test. It was just a test. And Brother Randy Evans, he's a researcher in Chicago, calls up WVON radio station, a black-owned radio station in Chicago, WVON 1690. He got a threat today because he's walking around spreading the truth with all his books. You know, like I said, we don't do nothing against the law anyway. So, and brother, hey, neighbor Z, I hope that we could collaborate. I hope, if it's Allah's will, I could have the opportunity to come on your show. You have the opportunity to come on my show. You know, I have left my telephone number, and that's basically it. Like I said, I wasn't attending on this. I wasn't attending on this being this long. I wasn't attending on it. I wasn't. But I have no ill will towards people that are trying to do good, to try to bring up the society. People that are working to try to uplift the conscious level of the downtrodden. The people that are evildoers, that don't mean me any good. Verbally, I don't mean you any good. But I know you probably say, I don't have no power anyway. And I don't have any power on everything that I'm doing. This positive, this good, is by the will of Allah. I can't do any more than what Allah wants me to do, because I don't choose to want to do negative things. So you know what, I'm gonna end this broadcast, because I said this just started out as a test. I don't even know if I'm gonna leave this up. So, and you know what, brother, neighbor, I want to thank you for telling me that the sound is good, because that is why I originally started this broadcast. But you know what, seeing as though I'm a very talkative people, I could start talking about so many things. God, if this chat room was filled up, I'd probably be on here all day. And you know what, that would prevent me from doing what I had to do. But thing is, maybe inshallah one day I'll build up some type of audience using this platform. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I won't I won't get any more than what Allah wants me to have. So if Allah wants one person to listen to it, praise be to Allah. You know what? Because I already know these things, and the glorification of others, in the end, it ain't going to make no difference anyway. What it's all about is try to do what's pleasing to Allah. That's in the end. Your car won't mean anything. Your money won't mean anything. Your power won't mean anything if you're not doing what's pleasing to Allah. On the day of Yom Kippur, on the day of judgment, it won't mean anything. And you know what? The closer I come to death, because I have more days in back of me than in front of me, the more and more that I realize. And I want to thank Brother Abu Bakr that goes to Maj, that goes is elder in the community for coming on the Underground Railroad, Brother Salim, Brother Minister Ben, and Dr. Lee Warren for coming on the show to share knowledge. It's about sharing knowledge. It's about sharing knowledge. And everybody's not going to be saved. Amongst us are going to always be people that are deaf, dumb, and blind. And like I said, my knowledge is little. But I try to be around people that have more knowledge than me and don't feel threatened because they have more knowledge than me, but to embrace it and to eat, to gather the knowledge that's necessary for me as I go through my developmental stage. But I want to thank you. I want to thank everybody. And you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this. And you have any feedback, people you would like to see on the internet show, if you might want to be a guest, it's no problem. But this is experimental. And it might not be a million people listening. It's only what Allah wants. So, Assalamu alaikum to everybody.